guys? It's Crystal. Welcome to my channel. No, for real. I'm just bored and I was like thinking of some stuff, and so this is totally like not, tarot related, I guess. So I'm sorry. I do apologize if that's what you guys were kind of wondering. It's not. I'm just talking because most of you guys know we're kind of, social distancing ourselves from people. And hey, just because I'm social distancing my physical self doesn't mean I have to social distance, my virtual self. But, anyways, okay, so I did want to kind of talk about this COVID. Is that what they're calling it now? COVID or something, whatever, AKA the corona. That's what I call it. But so, like I get like the frenzy and all of this stuff that is like going on right now. But guys, like seriously, there is like so much. It's bigger than what it really is. And I was trying to go live to talk about this because I wanted to really interact. I don't know, my computer's just weird. I think I gotta buy some other stuff and whatever because I don't have the option to go live through YouTube, so I have to go through like other ways of doing it. I have thought about doing third party. I don't know like how much that costs though. I haven't really looked into it, but whatever. I'm getting sidetracked here. So okay, so I really feel, and I don't know how you guys, please, like when you come across this video, if you want to comment below, I'm cool, I'm down with it. But I really feel like there's just something bigger, and I don't know if you guys are feeling it or seeing it or knowing it, but you know, you think about what this actually is. And I'm not saying it's not serious or we shouldn't take precautions or, that it is or isn't deadly. I mean, because obviously people have died from it. But when you just think about it, it's like, wow, all of this like lockdown, shutdown of things for this virus, right? I mean, I really just feel like, speaking back to 2019, um, just talking in the talk that what is to come in 2020. And this huge like thing or talk about this like energy shift, right? This shift in dimensional thinking, I guess, or just in dimensions. We go from the 3D, 4D, and now into a 5D kind of world. And, I'm hearing the stuff, about paradigm shifts and stuff like that. And it's funny because, like, well, it's not funny because it's almost like you already knew it was going to happen, or at least I felt like I already knew this was going to happen. And here it is. It's happening, just everything to okay, the best way that I can explain it is when any kind of change, okay, any kind of real change is to occur, you go through this process of chaos and you go through this process of I don't know, like you have to go through your low before you get to the higher parts, And I feel right now is working into this, chaotic. People are worried, people are scared, people are frantic, people are like not knowing what it's gonna do. You have a lot of people out there that aren't working, so they're freaking about bills, and the government is trying to figure this all out. Okay, they're trying to figure it out, however, whatever. So you have these people that have this frequency about them, and there are a massive amounts of these people that are emitting this energy, this frequency, this vibration. They're like all vibrating on the same, right? I mean, and not just here, but in across the world and wherever it's being affected. And when you have that many people, vibrating at that frequency or whatever, the same, it causes a shift. And I honestly feel like for this world or for the US or for whoever, that it's going to be a shift in consciousness. Okay. You have already had people, prior to this awakening and coming into their own awareness and their own self and realizing, the power that, you actually possess, or that we actually can possess, that we can actually make change. We can actually manifest things in our life now to make steps to where we want to be or where we want to go or who we want to be around. Like it is in our control to make those steps because we have that choice. And I feel like this whole shutdown in a way that is just making everybody stop working. The kids or my kids are like not in school. Colleges and universities are like not in school, and it's kind of forcing everybody to stay home. And I honestly feel like it is it's a wake up call to our nation, maybe. I mean, I can relate to our country because I live here, but we are so self um indulgent and not, but in a way that we almost like we don't interact with people. Okay, technology, we don't interact. We're always working, we're always trying to make that dime, get that bill paid, work, work, work. No time for relaxation, no time for enjoying, because there's just so much compounded stress that just goes on, and the expectation of how to live and how to be and to live up to this particular standard that whoever is setting. And I feel like now is the time that this halt is going to bring everybody back to like a level ground almost. Okay, like saying, hey, we're gonna kind of clean the slate, we're gonna give you this time, we're gonna relax. Like I feel like it's the universe saying we need you to come back to what is core. Okay, what is core here? I'm going to give you this time to reflect on you, yourself, and where you're at, to try to eliminate all these stresses that are in your life, these like material stresses, the earthly stresses in your life, and say, hey, you get a freebie. Okay, you get a freebie to be with your family or to be at home or be with the people you care about and reconnect and form relationships again. On top of that, to figure out like what how to survive. Like it almost comes down to the basic, instinctual thing that we want to do is, well, how are we going to survive? And ways that we can work, if and ways that we can get the food that we need or whatever. And of course, grocery stores and stuff are open, even though there's like scarcity of food. But I mean, it's not to say that they're not going to restock. It's just, but it gets you to start thinking of this alternate way of potentially living, even if it's for a short time. And I feel like it's about, pulling together and being with, or coming together as one, as a unity, helping each other out, and um, just reflecting on just where you're at, like, and just seeing the things that are really important. Um, because I look at it like we ain't got no toilet paper, like this whole toilet paper thing. You ain't got no toilet paper, but just because you may have been living this privileged life, entitled life because of your status, because of your money, because of whatever it is, and that's just all you know. Well, now, I mean, you're pretty much just like everybody else. Like that status and that privilege and that entitlement that you feel like you have isn't going to get you any toilet paper any quicker than the normal, average, lower income person that's trying to get toilet paper too. Like you are no more important than them. And I feel like the realization and the humbling effect that that has on someone will make them introspect and whatever. I think I got off on a tangent a little bit, but I believe you guys know what I'm saying. And so overall, I feel like we are about to shift in consciousness. Okay. The people that are frantic, the people that are stressed and going crazy, whatever, if you want to call them going crazy, I don't know, just the people that are like overdoing it and just, I'm not saying not be prepared. I'm just saying like that, or just flipping out and thinking worst case scenarios. And um, those people are one of the people that are going to drive the change. Okay. Second, those people have not yet understood or yet awakened to the fact that there is something bigger. Okay. The people that are calm, and the people that are, cautious but letting it ride out, understanding that there is something else going on, not in fear, not being frantic and all over the place. Okay. Those people that have the hope that's within them, the hope that they know where this is headed and that we're about to change into this world or community or country as more accepting to others, more honest with ourselves, more honest with others, and being true to who we are. I feel like that's where it's heading, and it's going to change. It's going to open up so many more minds, and they're not going to be so shelled in through the conditioning of what they were taught or what they were told. You have to do this. You've got to do this. You will not find happiness if you don't do A, B, C, and D because we say so. Like, they're going to realize that you can have happiness by going a different way, a truer way to who you are. And I feel like it'll just bring about more, love to one another. And that's what I feel like the ultimate goal is. I do understand we do not live in a perfect world. We do not live in anything that is perfect, like, so having 100% love across the board, I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm kind of a realist in some ways. Like, I don't think there's always going to be something. And I say that because I believe in the idea that there's always a balance. So there's not particularly 100% of something without 100% of something else that's in the opposing area, if that makes any sense. I don't know. Sometimes I just think these things. Like, sometimes I just get these thoughts or whatever you want to call them in my mind, and it's like it just makes sense to me that, like, I can actually see it. Like, I can see it unfolding. I can see it happening. Like me sitting here, when I think about where we're at with the corona and what everybody's doing and people this and that, like, really, like, I can vision everything unfolding as it's going. Like, this is where it's headed. This is where it's going. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm weird like that. But I do think it's definitely a good thing that's happening, even though we're going through some rough, worrisome type times right now. But in the end, it's gonna help with this change, this shift. Um, I think I was seeing somewhere somebody was talking about Pluto, which I know Pluto is like the explosive kind of, things erupting planet, and I believe it was in Capricorn. So I feel like there is going to be a lot of uncovering of sorts, whether it's government, whether it's, just truth is just going to be coming out this year. And I just hope everybody is prepared to handle it. That's the key, is being prepared to handle whatever truth that is going to come out, whether it's a truth about yourself, truth about like what you're going through, truth about the world, the country, politics, truth about like life, just truth, truth, truth. Things are just going to be revealed. And the ones that are ready are the ones that are going to be able to handle it. And they will be able to change over when this whole thing changes as well. The people that are hard to accept it, that can't, you know, these are the people that are going to need help from, you know, you guys or whoever, you know, maybe if they go to a church, their church, you know, the people that they can find some kind of truth to, they're going to need help to transition. I feel like the people that don't get transitioned, if you want to call it that, are the ones that are going to be left behind, okay? And they're gonna, really feel like those are the people that are gonna not be so happy. Those are the people that are gonna be living day by day and, you know, just not getting it and stuck. And I mean, not that they couldn't be unstuck, it's just that's the world that they want to stay in, because in the 3D world, that's all they know. You know, they haven't ascended past that. So, but I do feel like the majority, this is about to change. And who knows what's going to happen by the end of the year? There's no telling. I mean, there's a potential in the next couple of years, we just might not even have a government. And if that happens, who knows what, you know, this country's going to be like. But I'm hoping and I'm praying that we will be on a better path of acceptance, of helping each other, of being there for each other, of loving each other. And it would just be a more happier world and a happier place. But, you know, a lot of bad, quote unquote bad, has to happen before something good. So, without getting like too religious, I mean, I always think back at like, you know, the things that Jesus had to undergo, you know, through his crucifixion, through that process. I mean, bearing all of that pain and suffering. But in the end, he rose to be, you know, but in the end of all of that, a greater good was given, you know, a greater outcome happened, you know, for him to be on the cross and, you know, die for the sins of humanity, or die for the sins of us, so we would be able to, you know, have a chance. So, I mean, even in that, it just shows you that you have to go through a lot of hard before you get to something great. So just be prepared. That's all. I just hope everybody's prepared. And I don't know, like, just tell me what you think. How do you guys feel about this whole thing? You know, what are your ideas or spiritual beliefs or anything? Like, I'm really open to that. Like, I really wish I could have got alive, but I need more subscribers and I need like more hours of watch time. Oh my gosh. But I'm trying to get there, guys. I really am. Or I need to get a third party something. But whatever. Okay. I'm going to go now. I've been talking for like 20 minutes. Alrighties. Bye. I hope you guys have a good night though. Bye.